I'm Sucheta Singh and you're watching Go Island on Shaw TV.
On today's show, a home dedicated to veterans in need, stories from a cemetery, hot blazers for your wardrobe, all that and much more coming up on Go Island.
Today we are down here at the Ashton Armoury on Vanalman Avenue in Saanich, and we're giving you a bit of a look behind the scenes because they're having an open house. Although Remembrance Day is coming up this weekend, this isn't necessarily Remembrance Day, is it?
Yeah, just kind of coincidental the way our schedule worked out. It just happened to be on November 10th, but it's a very poignant time for the Canadian Forces, so we thought we'd go ahead and have our open house, and it'll go along nicely with Remembrance Day, I think.
Now, why open up the Armoury?
Well, we want to raise community awareness about what we do here, number one, and our involvement with the community. We're involved in several different events, and we're open to more involvement. And we also want to have a bit of a recruiting drive, bring in new recruits, new life into the unit as well. So we invite anybody and everyone to come on down. What
happens around here is kind of a little bit different than some of the other places.
Right. So we're an Army Reserve unit, so we're full of part-time reservists mostly. We do have a few regular force members. In here we have 11 Service Company, which is a unit that provides support to other units within the Victoria area. We have 11 Field Ambulance, which provides medical support, and 12 Military Police Platoon. So all these units come together and provide support for the infantry and artillery, and as well as the signals regiment here in Victoria.
And now behind us we have a lot of trucks.
Right.
But this is something that people get to see when they come on down.
Exactly. Everything's going to be on display on November 10th, and we want to showcase what we do and the jobs we have available to people. And one of the main jobs we have is transportation. So we employ drivers and supply technicians to get the equipment from here and where it needs to be.
Yeah, and you also have, I guess you were saying the medics, so people can take a look at some of that.
Right, yes, we'll have a unit medical station set up in the Armoury. We'll have a command post set up. We'll also have a small arms trainer so people can take a closer look at our weapons. In the Armoury, not a lot of people know, we have Ashton Armoury Museum, and they're going to have a lot on display as well. So it'll be interactive and it'll be quite interesting for anyone, even if you're interested in joining or you're not.
And it's this Saturday, a time?
At noon till 6 p.m. and there'll be hot dogs and pop. If you drop on by, there'll be something to eat.
Exactly, and people can find more information on Facebook or any pages?
We can get more information if you email.
Okay.
It's les.gardner, so les.gardner at forces.gc.ca.
And he'll give you all the information you need.
Right. You come on down 724 Vanalman Avenue, noon on November 10th.
All right. And we'll get to see some of the other stuff, I guess the simulator and all that, coming up in the show. But first up, our first story, a veteran living on the street. It's not a phrase you hear every day, but it is reality for many vets in this country. But as Jen Moranis discovered, there's a shelter here on the South Island completely dedicated to helping the homeless. Walking along a row of headstones in a cemetery, one often wonders who's lying there. What is their story? Well, Terry Church now with a story about a moss-covered cemetery in the Chemainus countryside, where the stories of soldiers from battles long ago are being told. Mike Bailey continues to research stories of the area's former citizens and welcomes any information you may have of the unknown people who lay at rest in the cemeteries in that area. Now, right now we are in the officers' mess here at the Armoury, and it will be open on Saturday, so you can come on down, check it out, have a drink, have some food, and it'll be right here at the Ashton Armoury on Vanalman Avenue in Saanich, so check it out. A quick break. When we come back, we'll switch gears and head to fashion.
Right, so part of the training or part of the displays that people can take a look at when they're here is our small arms trainer, which is essentially weapons we use that have been converted with lasers and compressed air, so we can practice firing in a range setting such as you see down there, but without leaving the building. So we can give people advanced coaching in shooting and be able to help them without spending the money of firing rounds at the range and going out that day. Okay. So it's easy to use. It's just point and shoot at the target down there, and it acts just the same.
So do you feel that coming back?
Yeah,
or?
so it's just compressed air.
Okay.
So nothing happens. I mean, you're going to see way worse on a PlayStation 3 or Xbox game, but essentially that's how that system works. So it'll be something that we can show people. They can come on through and we'll show them how it works, and just one of the gadgets that we have on display here.
Welcome back to Go Island. We are down here at the Ashton Armoury on Van Almen Avenue in Saanich. They're having an open house this coming Saturday, November the 10th from noon onwards. And you can come on down, see some of the behind the scenes workings. They are recruiting, so you can find out some information about that. But you can check out the trucks, the officers' mess, and of course the simulation, which was great. So come on down. The info is on your screen. Our next story, it's a staple, I think, in any woman's wardrobe. You can dress it up, you can dress it down to work, a nice dinner, whatever it is. Karen Elgersma caught up with Jody Bryans from Le Chateau to talk a little bit about how to wear a blazer. There you go, blazers. Now you know how to wear them, and there were some really great styles in that story. So these are just some of the artifacts, trucks, antiques that you can see down here at the Ashton Armoury this weekend. It is Remembrance Day on Sunday, so this might just be, you know, something to get you thinking about some of the sacrifices made by our soldiers. When we come back, we catch up with Sean Leslie for This Week in BC.
I believe in bringing sunshine to all those kind of institutions.
Welcome back to Go Island. This week's episode of This Week in BC. Sean Leslie is talking unions. Are public sector unions too powerful? Why the BC Liberals want to trim their wings. You can follow Sean Leslie on Twitter. You can also catch This Week in BC on Twitter and Facebook for any of the updates and, of course, some of the topics coming up. Thanks to the Ashton Armoury and, of course, Lieutenant Corey Martinson for letting us in, telling us a little bit about the open house they're happening this Saturday, November the 10th. Come on down, learn a little bit about the military police, the medics, and of course everything that goes on behind the scenes right here at the Armoury. It is on Van Almen Avenue. Don't forget, you can email us. We are go_islandsouth@shaw.ca, and you can catch all of our YouTube videos, comments, suggestions, all of that stuff on our Facebook page. We are Go Island South. We'll see you next time.